Oftentimes builders will use products in the manufacture or development of projects because they look nice, because someone sold them something that they thought was going to work, or simply because it was the cheapest product that they could find. And guess who's left holding the bag? You are. And so that's why oftentimes high-rises do end up in construction defect litigation. It's because you've been left with something that wasn't the appropriate product. Now, the process as far as beginning to make a claim is different depending upon when your project was built. Essentially, if it was built before 2003, the common law applies, and if it was built after 2003, there's a statute that's in place. Fortunately for our firm, between Howard and myself, both of us participated in the drafting of the legislation for both of these processes. In the pre-2003 process, it's called the Calderon process, and Howard was involved in the drafting of that legislation. In the post-2003 process, we call it the SB 800 process, and myself and one other lawyer were responsible for drafting and negotiating that statute against, on the other side, the Building Industry Association. Now, if the builder does offer to make a repair, now the association or you as a homeowner have a choice. You can let the builder go ahead and make the repair that they've offered. Or if you've had enough of the builder and you don't trust them any longer, you can ask the builder to give you 3 contractors who can actually do the repair for them. And those contractors have to be licensed, bonded, insured, and they can't be related to the builder in any way, shape, or form. If you're not satisfied with the repairs, you still have a right to go after the builder for the inadequate repairs, a poor repair, an improper repair, as well as anything that they didn't fix and the damage that they caused. Homes and your common areas should not have defects. They should have been built with products and with construction techniques that make your building last, provided that you have regular and routine maintenance on those products and components. You should not have to spend all of your money, all of your time, and all of your energy fixing things and maintaining things. If you find that you're spending a lot of your time at board meetings discussing repairs and fixing problems, that may be an indication that you've got a problem that you need to address. If you believe you do have defects, as I showed you in the statute, you have to act quickly. Don't let the time frames run. Don't let time go by. It's even more important in today's economy. We have insurance companies going out of business. We have builders going out of business. Make sure you're there to recover money from them so that it doesn't come out of your pocket at the end, and that you're not faced with $15,000, $20,000, $50,000 special assessments per unit down the road.